Hey everybody, it's Dr. Joe, and it's product review time again. The folks at Wizard of Health sent me their muscle wizard. So let's get started. Disclaimer alert, disclaimer alert. So what I really like about this product is it's a super simple but effective product. It doesn't have a whole lot of bells and whistles, but it's got what it needs. So basically, it's a very strong, sturdy strap, and it's got these knobs called the wizard fingers that help with trigger points and to release tension throughout your body. But what I like so much about it being a strap is a lot of times you have these little sticks that are trigger point sticks, which are fine, but sometimes you have to get yourself into awkward positions and you have to really use your arms to get a lot of pressure on those trigger points. And this strap makes it so you can use your whole body to get that trigger point. So you don't have to put your body in weird, strange angles and then make something else hurt to make something feel good. So I'll show you a couple things that you can do with it and that I really like. This piece here is usually where you're pushing into to get the pressure. So that just kind of protects if it's your knee or if it's your foot. It also has a nice clasp here, so you can, maybe if you're getting too much pressure, you can undo it, or you can easily clasp it around your body here. And then both ends are adjustable, so it makes it really easy to get the right amount of length that you need. So to start off, you want to take the wizard fingers and put them where your trigger points are. So a lot of times you don't have to work very hard to find your trigger points. You can feel them. Most time people can go right to it, take their thumb right to it, or your therapist might be able to go, is that the spot? And you're like, oh yeah, that's the spot. So there's a whole bunch of them, so it allows you to get a pretty wide area. So if I was having some trigger points in my mid to low back, what I would do is place it there. I'm just going to put it completely across my back to get a whole bunch of different spots. Now this is going to come around your knee, so you can see here it's just a little bit too long, but this works really easily to make it tighter on each side. If you pull it up just a little bit and then pull that way, it works well. Instead of keeping it flat, make it perpendicular to the pull, and it pulls pretty easily. So then I'm here, I can be in a nice, relaxed, neutral position. And as you can see, my heel is up. As I bring my heel down, it pushes forward and puts some pressure on those trigger points on my back. And the reason I like this so much is because I'm just basically sitting here. I'm not having to twist and turn and take something and pull it, which is fine if you have that, but this allows you to have really good posture and not stress out other muscles. And then not only that, but this with my knee and my leg, which I'm putting the pressure, is a whole lot more pressure than what I could do with my arms. So just this right here is a nice amount of pressure on those trigger points. And a lot of times with trigger points, you really want to hold them for about a minute to a minute and a half. And sometimes if you're just doing it with your hand or if you're pushing in with your fingers, they get tired out very quickly. And you can see I've been talking this whole time and putting pressure on it, and it feels really, really, really good. So another really nice one, if you've got some tension along your neck, that trap area, you can take these wizard fingers and put them around your neck here, and then just bring this out in front of you. So this one is a little more sensitive area, so you probably don't want to put quite as much pressure on it, so your arms are going to work fine, but you get to use both arms to get that pressure on there and get those trigger points. So this is super comfortable. It feels really good. And then just relax, or you can hold it there if you want to get a little bit more tension in there. Tighten that strap up a little bit so you have some bend in your elbows to give a little bit of a pull. And again, you can see, you know, I'm pretty comfortable in this position. I'm not stressing out my arms a whole lot, and then you're just putting some pressure there and holding it, and that feels really good. A lot of times those trigger points in the neck area that cause headaches get really, really tight, and so this is really nice to help loosen that up as well. Also, if you wanted to get maybe your levator scap one, which is when you hold a lot of stress up this way, you got that trigger point there, or in that same area, if you wanted to do a first rib mob, would be right in this area. So you almost put it like you would put seat belt across your body. And then you can take it here underneath your leg, put it right on your thigh underneath by your knee. And so again, my foot starts up, and then I'm just pushing that heel down to the ground. So the heel starts up and then I'm pushing down, and that just puts a lot of nice pressure on those trigger points back here where my levator scap is. And or like I said, maybe if you have some first rib issues where you're wanting to get that first rib back down, take some numb tingling out of your arm, you can do that, and then you don't have to pull the strap down with your arms or push a ball into that spot. You can use your leg where I'm not stressed out at all. There's a lot of nice pressure right there. It just kind of makes me go, oh yes, it's one of those hurt so good. You never want it to be painful. You want it to be comfortable, but kind of that, oh yeah, it's getting the spot, but it's not pain. It's that good kind of pain getting that pressure point, that trigger point out of there. So that one's really nice as well. So those are the main spots, but you can also, if you just have some tension, maybe like in your quad muscle, it's really tight. So you can lay it like this, make it nice and tight here, and then do kind of the same thing, except this time your foot's going to start down, and then you push your heel up, and it's putting that pressure on the quad muscles there. So if you got some really tight muscles in general, or if you do have some point tender spots, you can put it right on there. And again, as you can see, I'm just lifting up my heel, but that's putting more pressure than even probably if I put my elbow into it. So it really takes the stress off of your body and allows you to get those trigger points and those tender spots without having to do much work. And you can see that I'm nice and relaxed, I'm comfortable. Whereas if I was even doing a trigger point release to a patient, my hands would be worn out by now, or I'd be tired by now. But this is not only a great use for home, but therapists use these kind of things in the clinic all the time to save our bodies so we can use proper body mechanics and not hurt ourselves. So I think this is a super great product. Like I said, it's simple but efficient. You know, there's no motorized parts. It's just these wizard fingers that are nice hard knobs to get into that trigger point, a nice solid strap, and a comfortable little cushion here to whatever body part you're pushing with, so it keeps it nice and comfortable. And then it has the clasp that release and connect, so you can get it around spots, or maybe you get one of those spots and it is a little too much, you can just release it really quickly with that. So there you have it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. If you'd like to find out more about the product, you can go to musclewizard.net. And if you're interested in purchasing the product, you can go to our website at AskDoctorJo.com/wizard. So remember, be safe, have fun, get those trigger points, and I hope you feel better soon.